Okay, you guys, what is up? The King of Lightning is here today to do Kill la Kill episode 14 review. That is 1/4. Now, the series link will be in the description box down below on Crunchyroll.com. If you cannot view it due to region locations or you just don't want to use Crunchyroll.com, then simply Google, Bing, Yahoo, via Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox. If you still use Internet Explorer, by all means, simply Kill la Kill, episode 14, you're good to go. So, that being said, this one I have mixed feelings on. It's a very simple episode, it really is, but I have mixed feelings on. First of all, my boy, Aikurō, the professor, he says, fuck it. After Ryuko wakes up, and after the whole scarf thing, because apparently like the scarf is like the core, the heart, the mainframe, the brain, I don't know, of Senketsu. It's apparently like the scarf region is. It's where his eye is located, pretty much. And after all that occurs with Ryuko, and she wakes up and all she has is like her bra and her panties on, and then she gets some clothes from Aikurō, then she goes off to get her pieces back, and she's wearing Senketsu as a scarf. Because I don't know if he's actually like a scarf, but she wears him as a scarf, so whatever. But the thing here is that after that, Aikurō says, you know what? It's time to leave Honyoji, and I'm going to return to my nudist ways. And this dude, straight up, and I'm starting to think that the nudists themselves have power just by being nude, or partially nude, or almost nude, completely nude. Because we see him, and he has the whole glowing purple nipple thing going on, alright? Like Frankie nipple lights. And the thing here is that we see like small twinkling purple stars around him. Now granted, it could be just for his gimmick, or it could be an actual, you know, hint, a sign of actual power being emanated from him because he embraces his nudist ways. He embraces who he is, because when you're naked, you are in your purest form. So, the thing here is that maybe that's power. I don't know. I have no idea. Because all this time, it's been a simple gimmick. All the time, it's been Nudist Beach. And he just, it's a gimmick. It's funny. But I'm starting to think that now it's actually power. And he calls in his nude car thing, and it just comes out of nowhere. No one's driving it. It comes out of nowhere. And then he's like, yeah, hop in. And he leaves. So Aikurō now, he's no longer being Honyoji Academy. So what's going to happen? I have no idea. Are they going to hunt him down? The Kiryuins? I have no idea. They may send someone after him. I highly doubt that. Unless it's like Nui Harime. I doubt that. Or maybe Hohomaru. Again, I don't know. I doubt that they can take him out. Because he's a, you know, Nudist Beach and nude warrior, right? He's one a nude officer, actually. I think that's what he said, like a nude officer. So he's high up there, I would assume. I want to see, like, the leader of Nudist Beach. Like, I'm just curious, like, how Nudist Beach functions, like, where they're located, and so on and so forth. Because Nudist Beach intrigues me. Mainly because I want to see some naked, you know, some naked women with some fine-ass tigos and a nice rear. That's what I want to see, alright? I'm a man, I can't help it, so we move on. That's number one. Number two. Before Ryuko gets to all the schools and takes most of her clothes back, which I'll get to real quick. The schools themselves, the areas themselves, Kobe, Kyoto, and Osaka. The only one that was actually decent, the only one that was actually good was Osaka. Because the one guy, Takarada, this dude is grimy, this dude is dirty. He's all about the money. I mean, not only does he have students under his control, but he has the civilians. So when the students couldn't take out all of Sanagama's boys, because Sanagama, he did have people who were wearing patches of Senketsu, so they were more powerful. The thing here is that he employs the civilians, alright? He employs, like, the butchers. He employs the white-collar, the blue-collar guys. Little kids. Their grannies in the back shooting missiles. Like, I'm like, dude, like, their grannies in the back shooting RPGs. And like one grandma was like, yeah, and she's cocked back. I'm like, what the fuck? It was funny. It was hilarious. But not only that, with this guy, Takarada, he is burning his own city to the ground just to defeat Sayama, and the guy is going into his city, and he's gonna rebuild it because when Sayama says, "Are you gonna burn on your own city?" He's like, "Yeah, I'll do it. We'll just rebuild it." And he shows the Takarada bills, and he has his own conglomerate. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, these guys are impressive. They're actually a very decent region. So I can see why Osaka could handle the Kiryuins and the whole system of Honyoji, because they're not bitches. This guy ain't no bitch. He has gold teeth. Zenny. This guy is no bitch. And he has a conglomerate going. He has, if you can convince a grandma to fire a freaking RPG, you're doing something right. You're doing something real right. In a twisted way, but it's still right. So the guy is golden. He's golden. But the rest of them, Kyoto especially, I thought sucked. I thought they really sucked. Because now granted, Inamuda came in there and did something, and he was talking about the whole, because after they do the 4 Saint Beast thing, and they have Byakugo, and they have Suzaku, and Shiri, like the dragon one, you know, those guys, pretty much. And he takes them out with like another illusion, and he explains the whole illusion thing, which I thought was so far up its own ass. Like the Matrix 2 is so far up its own ass. Like, what the hell are you talking about? This makes absolutely no sense. The illusions and the geomagnetism and the flow, and I'm like, no, fuck this guy. Basically, they were able to defeat them quite easily. After the illusions were done, in come like the monks, and they were shitty. They got lased the fuck out by Jakuzare's troops. It was easy as pie. And Kobe was weird, bro. Kobe was just weird. Because they start off like your normal Japanese, well, I can't say normal, but they start off like your Japanese punk gang, and like the leader has like a wooden sword, has like the whole hat thing going. Like, kind of looks like Jotaro from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 3. And the thing about it is that in come like the Molotov cocktail. So that's surprising because that's that's not exactly like Japanese based, but they do it anyway. And they start firing, and after that, they come out of nowhere with American football gear. So right off the gate, they have Russian and American influence in Kobe. And this was even weirder to me. Gamagori's counter is like rulebook shurikens. Apparently, the rules, even though these rules don't apply to Kobe, they apply to Honyoji Academy. But apparently these rules don't affect. And so that's what threw me off, because I'm like, wait a second, these rules only apply to Honyoji Academy and their affiliates. Kobe isn't one of them. But apparently the rules were heavier than stone. So when they threw them, the football gear like broke apart. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Like, that was weird. But it got even weirder because like the main guy of Kobe, he brings in a meat tank. It's a tank covered in meat, like thick slabs of steak. And he smuggled this motherfucker in from Russia. So Kobe was just absolutely weird. I'm like, what is Kobe doing right now? And apparently the rule books cannot stick to the thick marbled fat of the steaks. I'm like, dude, like, what is that? Like, and then once they backfire and the bullet or the shell explodes and it bounces off like this giant rule book, because again, there were some guys there who enhance via Senketsu's patch, pretty much. They bounce off, and then the tank explodes, and the meat starts sizzling. And so once the others get caught from Kobe, they all have steaks in their mouth. And I'm like, what in the name of God just happened? So Kobe was just weird. They weren't threats, obviously. But, I mean, they started off pretty cool. They had a real cool background scenery going on there. Kobe looked really nice. But they weren't threats. They were just off the wall. Like, what the fuck is going on in Kobe? But then after that, we see Ryuko, and she comes in there, and she does her thing. But here's the thing, right? So when it comes to the schools, that's one negative in my personal opinion. The negative is the simple fact that the only school that's actually like a threat, the only school that was actually like imposing, intimidating, that were actually decent in combat were Osaka. Kyoto, I apologize. Kyoto and Kobe were not threats, period. Now, the next negative that I have, or I'm saying like, I'm trying to say the word, negative that I had was Ryuko coming in there and easily taking back the cloth. Like, it was easy. She comes in there, and it's like, here comes the key blade. I'm sorry, the scissor blade, and and she just swings, takes all the cloth back, puts it in the suitcase thing, and then she just hauls ass to like the next area. She does the same thing for Kobe, Kyoto, and Osaka. But Osaka is still going on because Kiryu, Osaka is so good. Takarada is so good where Kiryu and Satsuki herself has to come in there and take care of business. And the thing about it is that the Kyoto area and the Kobe area could not capitalize off of Ryuko because Ryuko, she came in too late. Had she come in earlier, they could have maybe capitalized and keep their regions. But at this point in time, they're pretty much defeated. Now, when it comes to Osaka, a kind of different story because they're still going on. They're still doing their thing because those people love the Takarada bills. Oh man, woo! They're like, yeah, Takarada bills. Let's go, sonny. Like they're just firing like grenade launchers, like basic Modern Warfare 2 stuff. Like seriously, like where the hell is the nuke? Like fire the nuke. But the thing here is that in comes like because there was this whole thing with Mako. The Mako thing was weird. I mean, of course, it's Mako. But when Mako meets Ryuko, and Ryuko takes out the guys who have her life fibers or Senkin's life fibers on them, right? They talk, and here's a definite negative. Apparently, Ryuko is stronger now than she was in the past. And the reason why she's stronger, despite the fact that she's only wearing the scarf as a power-up from Senketsu, is because now she is reaching the goal of something that she wants to achieve desperately. Something along those lines. Because she's so close in attaining all the pieces of Senketsu, she is now several times stronger. What is that? No, man. No, like that to me, I just don't. No. I mean, granted, it's not like these guys are like top tier dudes. I would assume, like, they're more powerful than your average 1-star Goku uniform wearer. It's just that she's stronger. She's significantly stronger than she was in the past because now she has the desire and the resolve to achieve some goal. I mean, I can't say that I haven't seen it before because I have. I've seen it before in like several different manga. Because I've read so many different manga and I watched so many different anime, and I've seen it before, time and time again. But in this one, it's so upfront. It's so in your face about it. In fact, they tell you this is the reason why she's stronger. So you can say it's a good thing because they're so upfront about it. At the same time, it's like, but it's too. Not only is it too cliched, but it's so... yeah, it's just not to my feeling. Mainly because of the cliche bit. And you would think that they'd actually do something more creative when it came to a power-up for Ryuko. Or maybe... Because I was hoping that they would do a lot more with that. I was hoping that she'd go with like Nudist Beach and like she would train with them for a few weeks or something like that, like a few days to, you know, actually have attained like some kind of like nudist powers or some kind, I don't know, and then go from there where she could attain Seketsu later on. But now it's yeah, because that's the thing, because she just lost the pieces of the clothes like last episode, and she's gained them all back with the exception of like the one last part that Kiryu and Satsuki has, which by the way, I thought that was like an accessory, like the whole wrist thing. I thought that was an accessory. I thought that was an accessory I can't. Whoa! I thought that was an accessory that she attained from Aikurō, if I remember, but I'm not too sure when she actually got the whole, snap thing and then she could transform. But I think it was because it didn't come with Senketsu. Like, that wasn't like an attachment. So maybe there's a piece of clothing there. I'm not too sure. Maybe there is. But the thing here is that, again, not only is it too soon, but it's too cliched. And them being upfront about it, it throws me off, and I'm not really a fan of it. So the episode rating overall, I mean, the pacing is fine. I mean, because it's the usual fast pace, like off the wall. It's basically fast paced, kill. That's the usual. When it came to the overall story progression, there's also a lot too, because the Tri-City raid is almost over with the exception of Osaka. So that's a lot. So that's a lot of progression in the story. But I'm just not liking how they proceeded with Ryuko and her attaining the cloth like that easy, and how she's powered up because she has resolve and she has the drive to achieve some goal, and she's close to reaching that goal. And on top of that, the fact that only one of the 3 schools is actually like decent in combat. So there are 3 main negatives, in my personal opinion, and the rest of it I thought was good. So I'm gonna give this one an okay plus. I think that's fair. So I will see you guys later, and I'll leave it at that. King of Lightning. Be sure to, of course, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.